Hey everyone, welcome back, and here we are, right back in our Minecraft save. Back from the caves, and back to our small little hovel here. Successfully smelting all the iron that we've collected. So, I think today I might actually start on working on the cabin. Now I know I've been saying that since episode 4, but I think today is really the day. So we're doing a little bit more terraforming because I don't want it to be small, but I don't want it to be like super big, but I also want it to be like, I basically have like the Goldilocks cabin in mind. Not too big, not too little, but just right. That's what she said. I'm so mature. Yeah, I binge watched The Office a little bit ago because I found out that they were taking it off of Netflix. So, yeah, we got all the great Office moments in my head right now. And I still think that by far, one of my favorite moments is when... I have no idea if you guys could hear me over that, but what I was saying was my favorite Office moment is probably when Kevin, the big guy, trips while holding his big bowl of chili. It cracks me up every time. That'll do a thing, make it look a little bit less man-made when all the grass grows. It'll look nice. So, I might dig into this cave here and have an underground farm, but that is yet to be decided. So, now it's time to move forward with my diabolical plan. I've also been watching Red vs. Blue. Diabolical, as Sarge would say while trying to figure out what those darn dirty blues are doing. So I'm definitely doing a spruce cabin. So I'm probably going to keep this one fairly basic. So let's see. We have our entrance was decided to be here. So I'm going to place foundation logs on the corners here. And I'm going to mark these ones to be a little bit taller. Like that. That gives us about 7 blocks of room on that side and 8 blocks on this side. I can work with it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. See, that's 8 tall. That might be a little too up. So we'll do 6 tall. Or is that, how many is it? Yeah, that's 7 tall. That might be a bit too much. Okay, now 2, 3, 4. Is that level? Yeah, it looks level. Now, every good cabin needs a... I'm actually not quite sure how I'm going to make this pop the way I want it to, because I'm out of practice here for building. So, I know I want it to be simple, so I think I'm going to keep it fairly down to earth when it comes to style here. And I think I'll stick with a mostly spruce cabin for now. I'll keep the building down to a minimum, but this is definitely going to be trial and error while I sort of relearn my my building skills, because it's definitely been quite a while. I haven't always been like a really good builder, but I do have a few tricks up my sleeve when it comes to building. So we'll have to play with that here and see what I can pull off. I have a stupid TikTok ad stuck in my head, and it's just been festering there all day. I don't know what they're doing in it, but it's like this. They basically violated an electro swing song. So, ow. Come on. I'm gonna blame the fact that it's because I'm low on hunger, even though I'm not at the critical sprint level yet. How long will it take before I realize I can't make the jump? The world will never know. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a different style roof here. I need more wood. Let's go cut down some spruce trees. The night man cometh. Ah, never mind. Get out of my head, you freaking songworm. What have I done? Everybody go tattoo, get out of my head, you song tattoo. So because I do have a copy of Fallout 76, I might be doing some of that when that gets released, but that is yet to be decided. So, yeah. There is definitely going to have to be some work done with the roof here, because I don't know if I'm going to be doing this 100% right. Ah, you little... Why, you little... And pop that one. Does anyone remember a cookie clicker? I just broke that with a shovel. That's great. Back in middle school, when Cookie Clicker was like first sort of like relevant and popular, I would set up automatic click things at home and just let it run, and then bring my save file and shove it on the computer lab, thinking that it was so cool. But little did I know that all it was doing was proving how little of a life I actually had. So that's great. Where'd my torches go? Oh yeah, I forgot. But yeah, no. Wait, how do I? Oh yeah, it doesn't work when you have like blocks in your hand and whatnot. I don't know if this is gonna turn out good or not. I'm kind of like a little worried that this will be terrible. Because I also didn't have really bad luck when it comes to building stuff in Minecraft too. One time I was building like a wood house. Like this was like my second day or I guess my second save in Minecraft. It wasn't a dirt shack, it was actually a wood house, and I was like amped about it. I was like, yeah, look at this, it's an actual house. And I walk away and come back only to find that the rainstorm had set my house on fire and burned down half of it. So yeah, reality was not too kind to me that day, and decided to be oh so hilarious. I still have a grudge against that save to this day. Alright, let's go take a look at how awful this roof looks. Oh, that actually might work. Has to be done properly though, but it's got potential. It has potential. Yes, it does. Interesting. How fascinating this is. Yes. Oh, indeed. A wise choice. What is that from? Indeed, a wise choice. I know it's from an RTS game, but maybe. No. It's from League of Legends when you would select someone, but who was it? Indeed. Oh, Heimerdinger. That's who it was. Whenever you would click on him, he would go, indeed, a wise choice, and then go on a rant about 42. So I don't like the way this is going so far. I feel like it could be a lot better. So I think I'm gonna leave it for now and think about it, and then come back to it next episode, which I'll actually be recording tonight. So because I'm gonna try to keep up with doing multiple uploads simultaneously. I had to take a little bit of a break from that though, because of coursework. It snuck up on me and hit me like a brick. So yeah, I had to do English, computer science, math, and a few other required courses, as well as my honors course and some random BS computer stuff that's not technically part of a course, but it's more of like an outside course program. So that goes as a credit towards my major as a elective. So yeah, I'm actually like kind of thinking about doing some ASMR programming and just building applications that have little to no use but are entertaining to play with. So that could be a possible future if things with the gaming industry don't seem to work. speaking of the gaming industry, I noticed something today that is actually kind of making me smile, and that's a lot of the prevalent ASMR gaming YouTubers, like ASMR Gaming and ASMR Gaming News, are both subscribed to me. And that's like super awesome. And I got like really giddy about that. Like as soon as I saw the notification pop up, I had to do a double take. So yeah, thanks for subbing if you guys are watching this, and yeah. Alright. So I'm doing a cabin, but I don't know if I'm doing a cabin properly. I think I need to... No, okay. I've made my decision. So this is going to probably be something not like a... I'm going to finish this building, but it's not going to be my actual cabin. It's probably going to be a storage shed for the farmhouse over there, like a grain shed. So we're going to carve out the mountain. This is going to take a while. So we're going to carve the mountain and start a little underground farm. I might lower this down and then continue scooping it out so that way the water can smoothly flow. Let's see, 2 blocks away, 2 blocks away. That'll do for now, I suppose. I also might end up lowering that down and then sealing the grain shed off a little bit, making it a little bit more uniform so that way everything fits properly. I'm holding my breath right now because I'm afraid to breathe into the mic right now. Because I'm ridiculous as a person. I kind of think politics in general are just incredibly dumb. Like, you're literally getting so fed up and festered just because someone has a slightly different opinion than you. Because someone was raised different, you're going to end up getting into an argument with them in the comment section of YouTube. Because they see the world slightly different than you. And I sort of see all of that to be just incredibly ridiculous. Because we live in a time where everyone is raised separately, everyone's raised differently, we're all exposed to different content and media. Some are religious, some are not, and we use these differences to divide each other rather than actually, like, you know, unite. I guess it just bothers me because humanity is a really incredible species, and we've done so much in our short existence compared to the rest of the universe. I mean, hell, we built freaking wooden skybirds, airplanes, and then 60 years later we went to space. I mean, it's kind of like incredible if you think about it, but you know, we went to the moon 60 years ago, and we haven't really done much since then. I mean, all we had to show for it is social media and Google Maps, and I mean, those aren't really to brag about. I guess it just bothers me that humanity's come to a halt because we're more worried about what our neighbor thinks and who they're voting for than what our future holds for our children. And I guess it just bothers me about that. I understand that, yeah, politics do kind of affect how the future will be for our children, but let them decide that. Let them vote for that. Don't make those decisions for them already. I mean, it's just like, it's all ridiculous in my opinion. I understand that there's definitely a point to it, but it's just, there's all this hatred and just ridiculousness, like, so necessary. Like, I'm willing to bet that if you sat down with someone in the opposing political party, even if you argue with, that party on the YouTube comments on the daily and just constantly trash them, I get the feeling that most people would be more happy to just sit down and have a conversation than, aim each other's throats and, cause havoc. It's ridiculous. I have a feeling that I'm going to get hate for not having a stance in politics for some reason. So let's not do any politics in the comment section. If I see any mention of that, I will be immediately removing any comments that might start like a hate trend or anything like that. I want to keep it PG. I want this to be, an environment that you relax in, not tear each other apart in the comment section, because we're all here to relax and to enjoy, a little bit of time to ourselves and just take it all in and, not be stressed out by our infinitely growing and vastly broken world. I actually think BoJack Horseman does a really good job on politics when Diane gets a gun, and as soon as women get a gun, immediately within like days, gun reform bill is like immediately passed, and it's just an interesting statement, and I find that really funny because I wonder how true that would actually be in the United States, all things considered. I'm kind of worried that someone on campus is gonna like end up seeing me check my analytics page, then like see my channel title and like look me up and they'll be like, oh, this is what this freak does in his free time. Ugh. So I don't know. I'm very harsh on myself, very judgmental, because I don't really do the whole people thing very well, because just people, like, enough said. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I just have like a hard time, like, talking to people. I'm not saying like, I'm bad at it. I'm just saying that I have a hard time like finding things that I have in common with them and like having a meaningful conversation that actually goes somewhere, that doesn't end in me going like, yeah, you're kind of weird, I'm gonna back out of this conversation. So I mean, because I remember a couple of my friends and I, we were talking about anime and like what we've seen and whatnot, and I've only seen a couple series here and there, most of the popular ones that have been recommended to me, with a few other exceptions. And as we're talking, this kid who was kind of in our group that we tried conversing with, but he never replied to anything that we said, finally speaks up for once. And guess what he starts talking about? Not anime. hentai. He starts talking about his favorite hentai series, and holy hell was that awkward. Like, I have never wanted to leave a classroom faster in my entire life, because now we're starting to get dirty looks, like my buds and I, about, that we're talking to a kid that's literally talking about some of the most perverse series, and just, ones that kind of really should not exist. And I don't even remember their names, but I think one of them was like religious. It was like, I don't know, but super messed up when he was talking about an exterminate, and like, I was like, dude, we were talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and you come in here and you start like, babbling on about whatever it is that you watch. It's like, dude, take a couple steps back, my man. And like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's kind of like a little not right for me just to judge him right at the gate, but we did try like actually conversing with him and whatnot, but he kind of just shut us down and looked at us like we were like inferior to him. But as soon as we talked about like something from his culture, I say in quotation marks, he started joining in, but in probably the worst way possible. So this was like 3 days ago too. I'm still like mentally recovering from it, because I'm pretty sure that every single girl in my English class now thinks that I'm some sort of like misogynistic like womanizer or something like that. And it's like, ugh. And same thing with probably every guy and the teacher and literally everyone in the class. So that's great. And there's no way to like unassociate ourselves, because now if like we, isolate them and be like, no, it's just this kid that believes in that stuff. It's like, well, now we're being jerks and we're throwing him under the bus just because, of that. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be known as that guy. So I don't know. It's really awkward, and I'm kind of not looking forward to, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, to the classes later this year, because I'm gonna have to be stuck with this kid for quite a while. And I'm sorry, but who talks about like their favorite porn series in public? Like why would you do that? I mean, I know I'm ranting and kind of not talking about relaxing things, but I mean, we're talking about like heckin', it was the university like course that we're required to take for our first year, but we're talking about this. It wasn't English. I don't know. I have the kid in both my classes. They're like all kind of molding together, but we're talking about our courses and whatnot, and everything's going good, and this kid just starts butting in, and it's like, dude, my man, back off a little bit, man. You're kind of like spooking us all. So, wait, I was supposed to craft a pickaxe. What am I doing? I don't know. I mean, I've got nothing about what you watch in the bedroom. Just don't bring it up when I'm trying to not talk about that kind of stuff. So I know this has like nothing to do with ASMR, but when I like go on little tangents, I'll just keep going because I don't know where my off button is. So I'm sorry about that, but I just think it's kind of something for me to ramble about. And holy crap, it's already 30 minutes in. So I gotta get a screenshot, don't I? I think why don't we just go for something like scenic and try to hide the fact that I'm building a cabin. So maybe I'll like get like a brief like ooh, that's actually wicked. Cool. Alright, let's get a couple more blocks, like layers done in this, then I'm going to call it an episode, and yeah. Then the next episode will be focused on actually getting a farm going. So that'll be nice. I don't really know how big I want my farms to be, but I think I'm gonna do them in patches of 4 to start with. So we'll have one there, one here, and we have another 4 section there. Yep, so I'm gonna get started on building this and stylizing it and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I might change the way I do these torches, maybe. I don't know. I'm still kind of deciding stuff, but ooh, that's hella cool. Just in case. So my apologies for going on a slightly, just kind of like a few rants here and there. I'm just trying to, like, you know, fill the time and not drive myself crazy while also having a little bit of fun. And I sort of just offloaded a lot of my stress into this video, so I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully you guys understand, and thanks for tuning in if you made it this far and if I didn't scare you away. So hopefully you were somewhat relaxed, or at least willing to watch another video. So please, by all means, yeah, either watch another video, leave a like, comment, subscribe even. I could really use those subscribers, you know. I just hit 20. That's really awesome. But I mean, you know, throw a little love my way. That'd be great. And have a fantastic